What you trying to do for real? For real.
Cosmic, psychedelic funk is what I came to do.
What's going on, y'all? Yours truly, Takara Nicole, aka The Identity Architect, and we are here, for another episode of What's the Real Deal with Takara Nicole. Super excited you guys are tuning in. Listen, I have someone who is super dope. Y'all need to know who he is. That's why I brought him on the show. But let me stop and rewind. So if this is your first time tuning in to What's the Real Deal with Takara Nicole, welcome. If this is your second, third, fourth, fifth time, welcome back. Super excited to have you. So this is a platform that's set for us to have intimate conversations and just to keep it 100, or all the way real. A lot of times we see somebody out here doing their thing in the public and we don't know the behind the scenes story of how they got started. What do they love? Why are they doing what they do? And I feel like that's super important. So today, hopefully y'all are ready for who I got. I'm super excited to have this guy, this amazing talent. He's about to be world renowned because he's super dope at what he does. The one, the only. I'm gonna let him announce who he is. Y'all ready for that? Boom. Who are you, sir?
Yo, this is your boy Kusher, Snazzy.
Kusher, Snazzy!
You already know.
Yeah. I love this guy. So let me tell you. So I'm new to the Omaha area. I've been visiting for about the past 3.5, 4 years now. But I was introduced to you back in February.
Yep.
And he is super dope at everything that he does. One of the things, you are so welcome. One of the things I love about him as an artist is that he's personable. When you see him out in public, he says hi. He waves, he'll give you a hug, he'll shake your hand. And I feel that's so dope and that's needed as those who are doing their thing to really connect with those who are helping them do their thing. Mm-hmm. So tell the people a little bit about who you are and then we'll dive in a little bit more.
All right, like I said, my name is Kusher Snazzy. I am from West Africa, especially from Togo. I do Afro music, African dance, videographer, and also I am event coordinator.
Yes. So listen, I did not know, y'all, that he actually does workshops and seminars on how just to do African dance, which is so cool. Yeah. Back where I lived a couple years back, I would get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to do African dance. Mm-hmm. And it was so therapeutic.
Yes.
And I mean, I felt like I would lose like 15 pounds after every session because you're moving and you're shaking. Yeah. But let's talk about how did you get to Omaha, Nebraska?
Okay. Well, I get to Omaha, Nebraska because I would say I am lucky. I was been chosen from God to be here. And I'm blessed to be here. How that works, the U.S. have a special application that you have to put on, and they choose maybe 5,000 people every year from different countries all the worldwide.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called DV1. It's like a lottery. You have to play it, and if you are lucky, they will take you, they will pick you. So yeah, let's say in my country, they can only decide to pick 5 people that year. So you have to be super lucky. And it's kind of free, so everybody can play. But before you play at that time, you have to have DED. If you don't have DED, you can play. So that's why I always say I am lucky, I'm blessed to be here. I've been chosen from God to be here.
Wow.
Yes.
And so a lot of us don't even know how that process works when somebody is, lives in a different country and looking to come to the United States. You said a DED.
Yeah.
What is that?
I mean DV1.
DV1. So it's like a certification.
Diversity, that's the definition. Diversity is something.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So what I love about that is you said something, and I'm going to play off of this because we don't talk about God enough. And on my show, we can. So let's talk about what you said. You said that that it was God that sent you here.
Yes.
I love that so much because a lot of times we don't recognize where our help comes from. Yeah. Like we see the different pieces of, this is happening, this is happening, but just to connect it and understand how God is the source.
Yes.
And so coming to Omaha, what were some of those things that might have been challenging for you at first?
Oh, like I can say, the first thing that be challenging is the culture, the language, the food. There is many things that were, the challenge, because in my country we speak French.
Okay.
We speak French as, our national language.
Okay.
Then coming here, totally English, that was the first thing. It was hard for me to even order the food because I don't even know the name of the food.
Yeah.
Then, that's kind of the difficulty before know what to do, how to talk to people, and then having conversation like this is way different. So,
I love that. Okay, so in your country, which is Togo, right?
Yes, Togo.
You guys speak French.
That's right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. So, of course, you're bilingual. Are there any other languages that you speak besides
Yes. We have Ewe, and then there's a slang form of Ewe also called Mina. So I speak Mina, Ewe, and French and English now.
See, this is why I have to show y'all this right here. So y'all see him doing this thing out in the community, and maybe you don't, but you will now because you're tuned into this show. And so now you have a bigger background of understanding how he had to transition into what we probably see as something that's like super normal. It's our everyday.
Yeah.
And I think it's really big for us to have these conversations to really understand how important it is to integrate culture, to be mindful of other people's culture. And so as we're moving about and we're thinking that something's like super easy, to keep in mind that someone from a different country may have a little bit of a challenge to be able to be accustomed to what it is that we do. And so I think that is amazing. So one more question, and we're gonna move on. How long have you been in Omaha, Nebraska?
8 years.
8 years.
8 years.
So,
I came straight from Africa to Omaha, Nebraska, because before coming, you have to have a sponsor. So wherever your sponsor are, that's where you should be ending up. So I would say that when I mean sponsor is somebody you know from Africa.
Yeah.
Somebody that is African probably.
Right.
That you know, somebody from your church.
Okay.
That you know. So that's how I end up in Omaha.
8 years.
Yes.
Man, that's super phenomenal.
Thank you.
8 years. Man, I would have thought you've been here longer than that.
Yeah.
So, man, okay, so we're done with that. Over.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this music.
Okay.
Okay. So, one of the things that I love about Kusher Snazzy is that he be fly, y'all. He be fly. I was telling somebody, I was like, does he have a personal designer? Like, how does that work? Is everything custom made?
Yeah.
I mean, he got the K on his neck. He ain't
man.
right. He ain't glittery today, y'all. But
Yeah.
sometimes he be man decked out. So let's talk about music.
Yes.
So what was that unction or that aha moment that you had that you knew that you were born to do music?
I would say coming to the U.S. is the time that I figured out is my time to start going to the studio. Because when I was in Africa, I wasn't singing, I wasn't doing any dance. I was just dancing, actually. I was just a dancer. And then coming to the U.S. after, I would say, I figured out like 4 years, 5 years. After 5 years, that's when I start doing music. And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes I want to create dance to, something that I create myself, because I feel like, okay, this person sing this, but I want to do this, I want to create some specific step for this kind of song. So I'm like, I have to, go to the studio and create the word that I want to attach to the dance that I want to create.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
I hope y'all taking notes. That's a whole mic drop right there. Like, how to understand your craft, how to stay in your lane, and how to continuously trust the gifts that God has given you. And even just, you being here in the States, how to assimilate yourself and your culture here in Omaha, Nebraska. Now, if y'all don't know, he has a huge following. Like, people support him like it's nothing here in Omaha, Nebraska.
Shout out to everybody in Omaha for supporting me from day one. Yes.
And so when I first saw him live was, talk about your event that you had not too long ago, and what made you say, you know what, this needs to be something that I need to put on for my city because
Yes.
he put on for his city.
Yes.
For his city. Like he did that.
Yes,
He did
yes.
that. So let's talk about that.
Well, I always talk about God because I listen to God a lot. I don't do anything because I want to do it. I just go forward and ask God if this is what I want to do, and then God say yes, go for it. And then like when I say God, it's just not me listening to God. I would say I have a partner, my wife, who's telling me keep doing it. So I always tell men, listen to your woman.
Say that again.
I always tell men, listen to your woman.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Y'all, husbands, listen to your wives,
Yeah,
man.
listen to your
That's why we
woman.
call helpmates.
Yes.
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk
I
about
know,
that.
right? Yeah, so the first time I want to do a show in Omaha, I remember, some people always when you want to start something, people are not going to believe in you.
That's it.
But at that time, like I say, it was a new area, new culture, something different. So I was trying to approach people that have done it before to help me find venue, DJ, security, all that stuff, how that plan back. The person's trying to turn me down. You can't do this. You are not ready. Keep doing this and that. But listen to my woman. She said, okay, you know what? Let's do it. Listen to my wife. She said, let's do it. If it doesn't work, we can learn. If it works, then we keep going. So that's how I have my first concert in 2018, if I remember right.
Wow.
Yes. And I having that in 2018 before the COVID, of course. And we packed the place because it was at the club, it was at the club. But at that time, we say that, yeah, God make it happen. Why? Because at the club, at the bar, people come to drink, right?
Yeah.
And some people just come for the night, and then they figure out, oh, that is an event, but they still come. So we be like, yeah, but at the end of the day, the place was full.
Wow.
And then people know more about Kusher.
Yeah.
So we give glory to God.
That's it.
That's how we started. Then we did that one. We did another one that I invite another big artist from Togo. And also that one was packed. So now the last one we did this year in March, actually I'm going to go back a little bit. Why do I do the concert every March? March 6th is my birthday. So
Okay.
every March I just decide to do something for my birthday.
I know that's right.
Yeah, something for my birthday. And then I don't want to be the only one doing it for myself. I want the community, the fan, to be part of it. So we just decided to keep it in March. Anything else in March, yeah. So we decided to do something way better than we did, earlier. That's how we decided to move a little step forward with this year concert.
I
And
love
probably next year is gonna be higher.
Man.
In the name of Jesus.
Yes, in the name of Jesus,
Yeah.
we sealing that thing. So what I love about you is that you, and shout out to his beautiful, amazing wife. She's so dope in her own right.
Yeah.
You're going to be on this show too, boo. I'm coming for you.
She's watching.
I'm coming.
She's right there.
What I love about what you're saying is a couple of things. One, having that team of people that believe in the vision like you do.
Yes.
And that's really important. And those who don't believe, chuck the deuces. It's
Yeah,
cool.
keep moving.
I love you.
Yeah.
I'm cool with you not believing and walking in this thing like I'm fully invested in it. The other thing that I love that you said is that your wife was that support to be
Yes.
like, come on, let's
100%.
go. Push.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
If it doesn't work, we will learn.
If it doesn't, and that's what I love. If it doesn't work, then we will learn.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I had a conversation on my way here to the studio and just was thinking about how I could have done something better. And I literally heard God saying, well, now you can learn from it.
Right.
So here you are
You are not
talking about
losing.
this, right?
You can just
So
learn.
it's never a mistake. It's always a learning lesson. And I
Yeah.
think if we can reprogram our minds to understand that,
Yeah.
I believe that taking chances on ourselves would be so much of an easier process because that way we're not so hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
We are our worst critic.
That's
We
right.
just are. And then if we talk about how the brain is wired, the brain is wired to protect us.
Yes.
So when we talk about doing something that's out of our comfort zone and being fearful, it's like, oh, skirt. And so that's when you need those outside voices that believe like you believe to be
Yes.
able to help you create that lane and maintain that lane.
That's right.
So I love that. So one of the things that I want you to talk about it just happens to be, ladies and gentlemen, that I was a part of this experience. He just recorded a music video.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. Let's go into that a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, and what I love about that, he was like, look, this ain't about me. Let's do this as a community. Let's bring this unity. And so that's what I appreciate about you, because there are artists here who are and everywhere that are just all about them. And you make sure that you bring the community wherever you can. So let's talk about this video. How did it get inspired? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, all right. So the video's title, the song title is PPP, Together We Are Stronger. So like I always say, I will listen to God. This video was supposed to be recorded last year, but we couldn't have everything we needed. So if I don't have what we want to do, that means it's not the time. But we keep moving, we keep working until God say, this is the time.
Yes.
So from the last concert, I met some amazing people, you know, and I'm like, okay, I want the community to be part of this event. I don't want this event just to be around me, around my family, around my team. I want, you know, the people that support me to be part of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's gonna make something bigger out of Omaha, and that's how we got that kind of crowd in the video.
Yeah.
Because the video say together we are stronger.
Yes.
So we have to come together and show other people that we can come together and do something fun and something great. So that was the inspiration.
And I love that, because here's the thing. What I love about what his music speaks on is it's real stuff. You can relate to it. You're not trying to translate, and no offense to some people who are music artists, and they're just like, what are you saying? Like, what's your message? Like, I'm confused.
Thank you.
It's very clear. And so one of the things that I enjoyed about the experience personally is just seeing people support you.
Yeah.
And that made me really happy for you.
Thank you.
But yeah, absolutely. And also just to see how community can come together when we want to come together to support those that we believe in. So you talk about in the lyrics, together we're stronger. So what was that thing that made you put, like, where did that song come from? Like, I know it comes from our brain, but I mean, so the name of it.
How that thing comes together.
Yeah.
In my country, we say Agaza. Agaza, that was a team called Agaza.
Oh.
A team, so a soccer team. And usually when I was a kid, they usually sing that when they are winning the game, right? And I'm like, hold on, I want to sing something that the community can relate it, because when the COVID come, everybody just stay in their house. So I want to bring something that can bring people together. Then I start brainstorming, and God say, that's the word for you, PPP, Agaza, together we're stronger. And then working on the lyrics, at the same time, I always say that, listen to your wife, right? So in the lyrics, I was talking about how my wife supports me, but I make it general, you know? Yeah. So yeah.
Shout out to the wifey. That's what I'm talking about. I mean.
So I usually say in the song, I say, we the team, stronger together, we the stronger, you know, something like that.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. So where can people find your music? Because it's really important that people find you.
Yeah, thank you. My music are available on all the platforms. You can go on iTunes,
yes. iTunes and
Spotify, Apple Music, Google, everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. You can even use some of my songs. Lyrics are available to use on your stories also. Yeah, you can type some songs and type Kusher Snazzy lyrics. Then you can have on Google too.
Seriously?
That's right.
See, that's what I'm talking about, y'all.
And I want to add something again. Like I always say, I listen to, you know, my wife. She's the one who had me, you know, try to put more English to my song so you guys can understand also, because when I started, like I say, language was one of the difficulty, right?
Yeah.
So, and then so people are loving the music, but it's hard for them to understand what I'm saying. So I had to put some English. Then, even if you don't understand the whole song, there are some people like, oh, he's talking about together we're stronger. That's the key. I just give you
strategic, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. So he has found a way to blend the English language in with his culture language,
That's
so
right.
we can understand. Man, that's bad. And see, that's why we listen to God in our lives,
Yes.
y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why you
That's why we
listen.
listen.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I do want to hear from you is that what's next for
What
you?
next?
Like, what can we be sitting on the edge of our chairs waiting on?
Yeah.
What's coming?
Man, with Kusher Snazzy, there is always something coming.
know!
There is always something coming. And right now, we are in the summer. We just recorded, recorded a video for PPP. That's the first, videos that's gonna come in the summer from Kusher. I'm also in the studio working on another banger, another song, another dope, something coming.
Hey!
And also I'm planning something again, like another concert outside.
Cool.
And next year, you already know we gotta be in the building in March again.
Man.
So that's kind of the plan so far. But there is always something coming that I cannot tell right now. But
I know, right?
Right. So I
Yeah.
want you guys to stay tuned. Be on my page, my Facebook, my Instagram, Kusher Snazzy. You go Kusher like Usher, the artist. I follow him a lot. That's why I put the K on Usher, and then I add the Snazzy. Yeah, that's how I got my name there. So yeah, that's how you find me. But anything else, I have performances in the town, outside of the town also. So yeah, please follow me. And anything else coming, there is a lot of surprises.
Man, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So you share with us your story. People understand a little more about your music, where we can find it,
And
which is
what coming
always
next.
important. So I always ask people this question because it's something that we need to keep in mind as creatives, or just simply someone that wants to launch out into entrepreneurship, or whether it's a nonprofit, just building on a concept. So what are some inspiring words that you would give somebody that is sitting on something that they really know that can be bigger, but they just are like, I need a push? Like, what would those encouraging words be?
Well, I always say you don't need a push. You are your own push.
One more time for my left ear. One more time for the left ear. Say it
You
again.
are your own push. You don't need any push. You are your own push. It means listen to yourself, listen to God. And I want to add more is that we only have one life.
Yes.
Only one. You live in once. So let's say 50 years from now, are you going to sit down and then you say you live your life? We are not talking about money. Did you live your life?
Yeah.
Did you do what you love?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Did you create the more memories you needed to create? That's what is important. Money is gonna come next. Anything that's gonna come like back. As soon as you're waking up every day, you are healthy.
Yeah,
do
healthy.
what you love.
Yeah.
What people think is great. Somebody told me once, if you are not doing anything to hurt anybody, then you are good. If being here in front of TV, I'm not hurting anybody, then I'm doing something great. If doing something you are not hurting anybody, then keep going. People can say, no, you are not doing it right. It's supposed to be that way. You are not very good. You are not ready to start it.
Wow.
Start it. Go ahead. Go ahead. You are not hurting anybody. You want to start new business? Go for it. You want to start something? Go for it. Don't stop. One people watching, that's cool. At least somebody's watching. Even if nobody's watching you, you are watching yourself. Your family is going to watch you. And after 5 years, you can watch yourself again. Be like, yes, I did this.
Yo. Okay, let me stay in my
Yeah.
So much I can say. We are our own pushers. That's so good. I mean,
you.
You're welcome. I think about how many decisions that we are capable of making a day, which is more than you can imagine. And so one of those decisions, what you're saying is to be able to push yourself beyond where you are, those limitations, whether those limitations have come from family, whether those limitations have come from yourself, friends, work environment that used to be toxic, whatever that looks like. I'm the identity architect, so I always talk about knowing who you are as a game changer, because when you know how to come to the game properly, then your world can really shift. And so what you said was something that I'm sitting here like, you just blew my mind. I'm for real. You just took me to a place. I'm like, oh my gosh. I do understand we only have one life to live. I totally
Yeah.
preach that. And being able to know who you are and to be able to continue to move and build that legacy.
Yeah.
When you said, looking back at yourself for 5 years, like
50 years.
5, 10, 50 years, knowing what you created.
Yeah, be like, I did that.
I did that.
And you can be like, oh, if I knew, because it's gone. If I knew I was accepting your interview, no. You go for it. You are not hurting anybody. Go do what you have to do at the right time. Don't hurt anybody. Stay focused on who you want to become. If you don't do it, maybe your kid will do it. But at least make the first step for them.
Somebody's always watching.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we hear that, like someone's always watching. And I think sometimes we play it off like whatever. No, people are really watching us.
Yeah,
Just because they're not liking and loving and sharing or sending something in your inbox or whatever, they're watching. They're paying attention to our moves. And so I really want to give you your flowers while you are here. Like, the work you do is so dope.
Thank you.
And no one knows how much time that goes into continuously not just build your craft, but perfecting your craft. And then, family, that whole balance. When you think about your 8-year journey, what is one word that comes to mind?
Stay focused. Is that a word?
That works. We'll hyphenate it. Stay focused. That will make it one word.
One word.
We'll make
Stay
it one word.
focused.
Stay focused. And that's really good because you said something earlier when you were talking about your team and your family. And I've learned personally having the right people around you can really shift you into places that maybe you've thought of, but just to really embrace that it's possible. And so thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to share with the people on What's the Real Deal with Sakara Nicole, because man, there's so many places that you could have been today. You could have been out with your family kicking it. You could have still been on the soccer field,
I want to thank you also.
Yeah.
Thank everybody who are behind the cameras for, making this interview happening right now. Thank you so much also
You're
for calling
welcome.
me, for,
Man.
I appreciate your time also.
Oh,
we are
man.
all busy. We are in the U.S. We are all busy.
We are all busy.
So,
you are absolutely right.
Yeah.
So before we leave, one more time,
Yeah.
how can people stay in touch with you and follow you?
Yeah, like I said, my name is Kusher Snazzy. Again, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. My videos, I have beautiful videos on YouTube you can watch. And every March, stay tuned for my concert.
Every March, y'all.
Every March, yeah.
He said every March. So he's like, listen, I'm around.
Yeah,
Look,
every March.
whether I'm going to be here in Omaha, whether I'm going to be here in Chicago, look, we doing something every March. So look, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Look, we out. That's another episode of What's the Real Deal with Sakara Nicole. Make sure to tune in for the next episode because you never know. Go ahead, real quick.
Yeah, real quick. I want to give a shout out to everybody in Omaha, my team Snazzy, my wife, Mr. Mika.
Yeah,
Did I
you
say
good.
it right?
Takara.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Takara. Yes, sorry. Yeah, I want to give shout out to everybody that is supporting Kusher Snazzy. I cannot cite everybody's name unless we gotta be end like tomorrow morning. But, so yeah, if you know for sure you are supporting Kusher, please, thank you for everything you're doing for me.
And we out. Peace
Yeah.
out. Thank you.
What you trying to do for real? For real.
Cosmic psychedelic funk is what I came to do. Yep.